Hey, Sib, if your to-do list looks like a cry for help, you do not need a VA yet. You need a department. You've been told the answer to your overwhelm is hire a VA or automate everything. But here's the truth. If you're hiring into chaos, you're just creating expensive chaos. Ain't nobody got time for chaos, let alone expensive chaos. So let me tell you what you actually need. Before you hire a single person or touch another automation tool, what you need is a department. And I'm talking about a real one, even if it's staffed 100% digitally. Today, I'm going to show you how I learned this the hard way and why digital staffing changes the entire game and how you can start building your first department this week without a payroll nightmare. So let me tell y'all about my moment of clarity. I remember staring at my to-do list one afternoon, completely fried. I'm a mama. I got an 8-year-old. I had him close to 40. So yeah, completely fried. And it wasn't that I had too much to do. It was that I had everything to do. And that's when it hit me. This was my moment of clarity. My to-do list wasn't a list of tasks. It was a list of roles my business did not have yet. And when I looked at it through that lens, I could see marketing manager, content creator, client success lead, admin, operations, all those roles piled into one person, me, the only human CEO involved. And because I'm a solopreneur and have been for almost 30 years, no wonder I was exhausted. I wasn't running a business, boo. I was the business. And I know many of you are feeling the same way right now. And so let me tell you why solopreneurs break right here in this moment. Because most solopreneurs hit this same breaking point. This ain't nothing new. But what they do after it is what allows them to get to the other side. Not because they're bad at time management. That's not why they get here and hit this breaking point. And it's not because they need to work harder. That's not why they hit this breaking point either. That's not why I hit it. It's because you're operating without containers. Without containers, every task flows to you. With containers, your business flows through you, but can operate in certain parts of it without you. And when you don't define the roles your business needs, every deliverable just becomes another thing you personally have to manage. And that is not sustainable, boo. It's definitely not leadership, Sid. So the department first approach, which I'm suggesting, what I'm recommending, is this shift. Before you hire anyone, define the department. Even if it's just you and your laptop. Departments are about function, not headcount. I want you to think about it like this. Your marketing department owns all visibility tasks. Your operations department owns all back-end systems. Your client success department owns delivery and retention. When you map the functions first, you know exactly where each task lives. And if you do need a human hire, you know exactly how to hire for that human without doing harm to that human, yourself, your business, your brand, all of it. Don't hire to fill gaps. Build the container first, then hire to fill it. And here's where digital staffing comes in. You can staff these departments digitally before you bring in humans. That might mean AI tools, templates, automations, or systems that can handle 60 to 80% of the work. Then, when you do hire, your human hires can step into an existing structure, not some moving target where they're trying to read your mind. So let me give you a real life example from one of the CEOs in my CEO Readiness Room. That is where we walk founders through all of this that I'm talking about right now, how to develop digital staffing for yourself. So one member came in convinced she needed 2 full-time hires to manage her marketing and client onboarding. And when we mapped her departments, it turned out 70% of her marketing work could be delegated to a digital marketing department using AI scheduling, content libraries, and automated reporting. We ended up cutting her projected payroll in half just by defining the department first. Now, We always need a human to be involved. So if you're still the only human involved, you will still need to lead, guide that digital department to ensure you're getting what you're supposed to get out of it. But the digital department should specialize and be able to do most of the work for you. So what happened with this CEO? She ended up hiring one part-time content editor and the rest runs on a digital backbone. She now spends less than 6 hours a week on her marketing, leading her part-time editor and her digital team without losing control of the vision. So, how do you build your first digital department? Because I know that's what you're thinking right now. How can I have something like that? Because that sounds like something I want. I know I needed it. And so I want to talk to you about it so that you have the opportunity to have it for yourself. The first step is to list the roles that are hiding in your to-do list. They are there. They're hiding. They're in your head. Figure out what those roles are. Get clear on what you're actually doing each week to be successful. Because while that success looks great from the outside, it's burning you out. We got to list those roles, get them from outside of the to-do list and into some kind of support network, support infrastructure that will help you. Step 2, group them into 3 to 5 core departments. There are 3 to 5 core departments that you need right now if you are running a full-time business. If you are about to launch a business, you need at least 3 of them. Trust me. Get clear on what those core departments are so that you can do step 3, where you assign a department head, even if it's AI or a system, even if it's you. Somebody need to be doing some part of this for you. And likely you can't afford a human staff member, so let's get some digital staffing in place for you. Step 4, document the workflow so they can be handed off later. You can't hand something off to an AI bot, you can't hand something off to an AI agent, and you can't hand something off to digital staff if you don't have a workflow. In addition, you really can't hand something off to a human. We do it all the time. You shouldn't be doing it. It's inauthentic. It's also very, very harmful to just pass something off to a human and say, yeah, just figure it out. No matter how much skill and ability someone has, they're going to figure it out. Even if they have a lot of skill and ability, they're just going to do it their way and you're not going to be happy. So if you want things to happen a certain way, if you're looking for a certain result, even if you don't know what the way is that you want, make sure you're documenting how you tend to do it so that that can be handed off later to either a human staff or a digital staff. In short, your to-do list is your org chart, baby. You just haven't drawn it out yet. And I'm here to encourage you to do that. So if you do this now, when you're ready to hire, you won't be onboarding people into chaos. We don't need that. And you don't need that. And your business and your brand don't need it either. You will be onboarding people into clarity. And your business, your brand, you and your clients, everybody involved in your ecosystem always needs your clarity, okay? So before you hire, build the department. Before you automate, define the structure. That's the heart of digital staffing. It's not about outsourcing for the sake of it. It's about building systems that match how you actually think, work, and lead. And if this hit home, subscribe to my channel and subscribe to my LinkedIn newsletter, The Sovereign Brief. The first issue drops on Monday. That is where I'll be breaking down the exact situationships, prompts, templates, and workflows I use to build my own sovereignty through my digital departments without burnout. And if you're ready to actually map your first department with me, you can join the CEO Readiness Room waitlist. The links are below in the description. We are having so much fun over there. I have 2 cohorts happening right now, and you can get into the 3rd that starts in about a week. So other than that, I would like to say I will see you in the next time and space that we get together. See you in the next video. Peace. The Ratchet Sage.